All right, Exodus taking that first 1 out of 3 against the Ronin. So the Ronin can still win the next 2 and go on.
Oh yeah, and like both teams were very strong. That was definitely not a whitewash.
I thought Ronin was going to win when they got the first ship.
They did. Yeah. Then they had some very questionable target calling, going for the Scorpion at the same time as the...
Yeah, both the Scorpion and the or the Rattlesnake and the Bassie were going down at the same time. They were both looking like they're in danger, but if all the damage had just been on one or the other, in this case, better to put it on the Rattlesnake. You probably can't catch all your DPS onto the Bassie. They would have killed the Rattlesnake, and that would have made a huge difference.
Yeah, I wonder if maybe Damps were playing a role there, keeping locks. Somebody was closer to one than the other and could only lock one. But
on this team, like what ship can shoot farther than they can lock?
That's true. I don't know. I'm trying to come up with excuses for Ronin because I don't see another reason to primary both at once.
Like maybe too complacent because they're up on points and they're maybe just testing up and thinking they have time and
fell apart. I mean, that's what we're talking about with Exodus. They executed very well there. I didn't see them make any obvious mistakes. They kind of waited until they had an opening. They did lose that one frigate early. I'm not sure what that was about, but once they took control of the match, they never let it go.
Was huge. Until that Guardian went down, it was looking really, really bad for them.
Yeah.
All right. Well, they have a little while now to get some new setups, get some new bands, and then do match 2. And of course, if Ronin wins that one, then we'll have a third match. If not, then Exodus will go on. Next match is like pretend Spaceship Christmas. It's Hydra versus PL. This is the match that I've really been looking forward to today. And if we can get the cards up here. Hydra going through Solar Fleet, End of Life, Ministry of Inappropriate Footwork, and Dark Side.
So the last time these two teams faced in the Alliance tournament was AT8 in the finals, and PL won that one. But then Hydra won the AT9 finals. Hydra was not in AT10, and PL got knocked out by Hun. They also are two teams that went into the SCL.
Yes.
They each won one SCL tournament
when
the other one
wasn't.
wasn't there.
Right.
Yes.
And then when they finally met in the SCL tournament, they met in the finals, and we went to, like, was it a 6-match best 3 out of 5?
Best of 5, yeah.
Because they actually straight up tied one of the matches.
Yeah, it was a tinker setup where absolutely nothing died, and it was just, we went to almost 20 minutes, I think, before we finally said, let's call this and rerun it. And that was actually when the idea for the tie-dye tiebreaker came up, but it was after that match, so we never get to use it. But yeah, these teams are pretty evenly matched. I've been looking forward to the possibility of this match since the bracket was first posted. So really, really excited.
Yes.
The bands are awesome. Hydra have banned out the Celestis and the Malice. PL have banned out the Molus and the Dominics. So we do have a tournament prize ship banned out.
Yep, both these two teams
By Hydra.
Yes.
Yep.
Who fielded it?
So Hydra, I'm sure, knows that PL has some Malices because before I joined CCP, I know that Hydra sold PL
I was just about to
a
say,
bunch of
didn't they
Malices.
sell them?
PL used them against Royal Capella in the last tournament. So
Yeah.
Well,
yes.
Should you do
I'm just nervous about the budget because it's gonna go down the drain.
So we're up over 200 billion ISK bet on this one match.
Can we see how the bet distribution is? Can we see?
Right now, the odds on eBet are 1.44 for Hydra Reloaded, 2.41 is what you get back for Pandemic Legion. So that's pretty strong favors for Hydra.
About 2/3 of the public out there thinks, quite rightly so, that Hydra is going to take it. The other 1/3 is probably BL, just trying to believe, but it's not going to be enough.
But 2.41 is still good odds. I'd still take that in appeal. If I had a few million lying around.
I don't know. Since Hydra banned the Malice, it just, to me, seems like Hydra showed the Malice team on purpose to BL just on last weekend, just to make BL practice nothing but Malices. And now they're going to come out probably with some kind of shield, kitey setup. Perhaps with Cambions and maybe Widows or something like that, and it's just going to steamroll BL because they got tunnel vision.
Yeah.
They just got it bad.
It's going to be 2 teams full of Hyperions.
All Hyperions all the time.
But I think this demonstrates what we talked about, Hydra's theory crafting, and their metagame is just very, very, very strong. They have good pilots, but when it comes to actually coming up with the strategies and executing them, that's where they're truly scary. And these bands kind of, I think, speak to that, what you talk about, showing it the setup last week and then banning it out.
Yes, that's
It's I mean,
that's next level banning.
level banning. It absolutely is. So who's the captain of both the teams?
So this year, Seamus Orsas is back for Pandemic Legion after AT8 and taking the helms, and I believe Duncan
Tanner is the official captain of Hydra, although I know it's Duncan and Garmin and Hart are like the trifecta that they've got.
So Seamus used to run the PL team and then took a break, or?
Yes, that's right. He still flew, I believe, with AT9, but he wasn't really involved with it. He didn't really do much of the practices or so forth. This year he is back and taking the reins and taking the lead. But,
why did he come back?
Well, he was probably too embarrassed over the last 2 years of performances by PL that he felt that some injecting of old blood was needed.
Action must be taken. Duncan Tanner, was he the one that was running Hydra when they won?
It was Garmin that was
right?
the captain that year, but Duncan was part of that team.
And I mean, Garmin is of course still part of the team as well.
Yeah, absolutely. One of the biggest theory crafters, I'd imagine, as well.
Presumably has some in.
And Hart SB there, actually, from the FanFest tournament team that I was on, was the captain of that one. So he's got some experience leading as well, and definitely knows his stuff too.
Yeah, this is the team that has the best all-time record in the Alliance tournament when it comes to wins and second and third places in PL, versus a team that has never done worse than second place in an Alliance tournament. They've come second once, they've come first once, nothing else.
All right, so Hydra have managed to ban out the Malice, but there's still going to be tournament ships on the field.
Oh, yeah.
No doubt at all.
We have Atanas and Cambions.
Yep.
I
about that setup.
I called that.
Yes.
I called that last night. I told that to Seamus. They're going to bring out Cambions.
Yes.
All right, well, the match is ready. Let's get our predictions, Bach.
I think Hydra. I know about this setup. I've heard about it being practiced from Brent, and it's extremely scary, very, very scary. I don't see what PL can bring to beat it, really.
I'm going to say I think Hydra's going to win, but I really want to see some Cambions and Atanas blow up, so I hope that they lose some of those along the way.
Tunnel vision, they got it bad. They're going to get steamrolled out of here.
You know what? At 241, I'm going to take Pandemic Legion.